Okay, there's a functionality within Windows 8, and actually it's been there since Windows 7 that allows you to be the geek, how to send the steps that you want to tell somebody to do, how to send them a file which actually demonstrates the steps. In Windows 7 it was called Problem Steps Recorder. In Windows 8 it's just called Steps Recorder. So let's just go ahead and type in STEP, and there Step Recorder launches. So we go over here and it's very simple. You just start recording. But we're going to do a demo within a demo. We're going to open up Internet Explorer and change some settings to the way I want it to run. But we're going to demonstrate how to do that using the step recorder and produce the file that other people will see if I send it to them. So hopefully that's not too confusing. Let's get started and we'll find out. So I'm going to click on Start Record. Now everything I do from now on, if I click on something, you'll see a little red dot appear. For example, when I open up Internet Explorer and I want to open up a tab, I click on Bing, you'll see a red dot started up there. So I'm going to go over here, click over here, and I'm going to type in bing.com because that's what I'm going to do now. But I'm going to drag it over here and make that my new home page, and that's my secondary page. That's the first step I'm doing. So now I'm going to go to home here. I'm going to right click and say add or change home page. And I'm going to say use the current tab set as your home page. So that means those two will be my home page. I'm going to say yes. Well, let me minimize step recorder. So now once I've done that, I'm going to go over to Internet Options. So I'm going to click on the gear, which is plenty of times I've told people go click on the gear in the upper right hand corner. That's the gear up here. And we go here to Internet Options. And I'm going to go over here to tabs and change how web pages are displayed in tabs. I'm going to click on tabs. I'm going to say always switch to new tabs when they are created. So I'm going to click on that. So that means anytime a new tab is created. Not when I click on here, but let's say open a new window comes up from another program, it'll occur here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick tab thing, but I will talk about that maybe later. But it says here when a new tab is opened, open. Now there's a new tab page which has a set of links for the old places you've been to, but instead I want to go to my first home page. Now I've just made that Bing. So now whenever I open up a new tab, it's going to open up Bing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And I'm going to say OK again. And I'm going to close Internet Explorer. Say close all tabs. And I've just created my video or my steps recording. So I'm going to go over here to step recorder and I'm going to say stop record. And you'll see here it pops up the recording that it's made. And it talks about the steps. There's a different one. I clicked on this and you'll see there's a green outline of the step that I did. Okay. And as you go down and do different steps, it gives you a text, user mouse drag on Bing, da 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 da. So it tells you every single step that you do, it records it and highlights it into this file. Now we're going to go ahead and click on save. Okay, now I already have one here called IE settings. I'm going to just overwrite it and say save. And say yes. So now it's recorded this file. So now if I go over here to my YouTube videos and I go over here to my step recorder directory where I recorded this, and there's the file I just saved, IE settings. If I double click on the zip file, there's a recording. And if I open up that recording, I see that file, I see that information. So when you send somebody this zip file, this zip file here, it'll actually send all the pictures, all the text, all the steps that you took, showing them that, hey, here's what I'm trying to tell you. Here's how to do that. So that's how you can use Step Recorder to become your own great geek and send stuff off to people to help them out. So I covered exactly how the step recorder worked, but I forgot to review what the Internet Explorer changes I made does. So let's click on Internet Explorer now. Okay, you notice that there's now two pages that come up, Bing and MSN for Windows. But now what I did is that I said I wanted, when I click on this for a new tab, first of all it's going to switch to that, not stay on this page. But let's say I closed Bing earlier like this, or I've gone to a different page like let's just find so let's go to Wikipedia for a second. Let's go to Wikipedia. Okay, but there's no search functionality here except for within the website. and I want to go ahead and click on new tab because I'm somewhere else on the financial side, so I want to go check on something. I click over here, it opens a new tab and it automatically goes to Bing where I can do my search here. So I can do those kinds of things that I want to do. Or I can just type in the direction I want to go to whatever website I want to go to. But that way, I find it a handy way to always have a search engine. Some toolbars will try and give you a search engine thing up here, and you can do all that kind of stuff. You can actually type in searches right here in the bar. You don't have to have a website name, and they'll still do searches there. But I just like to have that Bing new tab function available. So that's what we did. We did two things. We learned about how to use Step Recorder, and we learned how to set your home pages in Internet Explorer. By the way, Internet Explorer 9 and Windows 7 works the same way as far as the tabs.